Same link and yesterday link. Yeah. So now we are in basic controlling settings as part of SAP S/4HANA Finance, especially the submodule of General Ledger Accounting. So we need to activate some controlling settings before we are doing postings. So the thing is, the question is why it is needed. So then the answer is, if you observing controlling module, basically controlling module is a separate module in finance. But where it comes to, while we are observing very deeply, whatever controllings we are posting, we are postings and all, those and all we can get it from finance only. So it means the flow of controlling entries will be starts from finance only. Especially yesterday we discussed very clearly what do you mean by primary cost element and what do you mean by secondary cost element. In primary cost elements, yesterday we discussed, right? So each primary cost element we have one corresponding GL account, and that too the GL account is created in SAP finance module. Especially while we are creating any GL FS00, we can create in GL in finance, right? So it means whatever we created GLs in finance FS00, so those GLs only will be treated as a primary cost elements in controlling. So it means the flow will be, we can get it from finance module. Where it comes to secondary cost element, so that is also we can create with the help of FS00. So this is the main difference between finance and controlling integration point of view. So where it comes to SAP S/4HANA Finance and where it comes to SAP ECC, this is also major difference. So it means earlier we can create cost elements in controlling module only, right? But where it comes to SAP S/4HANA Finance, if you want to create any cost elements, either it is primary cost element or secondary cost element, you can create from FS00 screen itself only. And that's the reason only here, for example, if I go to in this place 400301, if I want to create this GL account, and here you can see, you can create from directly here itself. Where it comes to ECC, we have only two options earlier, right? So in ECC, for example, if I opened in ECC,
Balance sheet, profit and loss account.
yeah, Maya. So when I open ECC, okay. So when I open ECC, so while we are creating any one GL account, for example, if I want to create 40012, 40012, so here you can see in account group, in within this account group, you can create any GL account. Either it is belongs to PNL account or either it is belongs to balance sheet account only. But where it comes to observing in SAP S4 on a screen, we can create this GL account. So we have four types of options in GL account type. And where it comes to the latest version from 2020 or 2021 version, we have fifth option also. So that is cash option. So it means this is the main difference. Even in our interview, definitely you can get this question also. What is the difference between ECC to SAP S4HANA while we are creating GL accounts, especially in FS00 screen? So you have to explain these are all points. Why? Because the cost elements creation from controlling point of view is completely eliminated in SAP S4HANA. Where it comes to ECC, we can create cost elements in controlling module and GL accounts we can create in finance module. But where it comes to SAP S4HANA, cost elements and GL accounts both are you can create in S4HANA finance only with the help of FS00 screen. This is the main difference between ECC to SAP S4HANA finance. And where it comes to, while we are creating these cost elements also, if you go to in this screen, for example, if I select primary cost element, then if I go to in this area, so here you can observe this is the cost element category. This is also new change. So where it comes to ECC, if I open ECC, then I will select one balance sheet account, and if I go to this area, so here you can see there is no cost element category, right? And then what do you mean by cost element category? So basically, if you observing, basically we have two types of cost elements. One is primary cost element, and the second one is secondary cost element. If you observe in this screen, these are the cost element categories. It means these are the primary cost element types. Cost element categories is nothing but cost element types. So here you can see 01 is the primary cost, 03 is the accrual deferral per surcharge, and 11U is revenues, and 12 is sales deduction, and 22 is external settlement. These are the cost element types which is related to primary cost element. If I select to here in this place, if I select the secondary cost, when I go to control tab, so if you observed in this area, the cost element category, and again, the secondary cost element types are, these are the types. So it means internal settlement and order project analysis and overhead rates and assessment and 43 internal activity allocation. So in our interview, definitely you can expect these questions. So they are asking what is the difference between ECC to SAP S4HANA at the time of GL creation, and how you will create your cost elements in SAP S4HANA system, and what is the difference between primary cost element and secondary cost element, and what are the cost element categories available in SAP in primary cost elements, and what are the cost element categories available in secondary cost element. These are all questions you can expect in our interview. Okay, so this is the very important things. Next thing, so yesterday we discussed very briefly and controlling and all, and today I will try to explain one more example regarding this cost controlling, why it is needed and all. For example, if you consider in our finance module, okay, so in finance module, for example, I will pay salaries to my employees 8 lakhs a month. This is my salaries in my business. So, is there any possibility to deduct the salaries every month in my business in finance module point of view? Is there any chance to control this 8 lakh salaries in finance module point of view?
No, sir.
No, right? See, without, if you deduct these salaries, then you want to remove your employee. That's it. There is no alternative. If you want to deduct this salaries 8 lakhs into 7.5 lakhs or 7 lakhs, it means you need to remove your employees, and it will be affecting our business also, right? But where it comes to controlling point of view, how we will control this cost and all. For example, in controlling point of view, in controlling module, this 8 lakhs and all, we will be treated as a cost center. Am I right? 8 lakhs is my cost center. And within that, this 8 lakh salaries is not belongs to, these 8 lakh salaries is belongs to complete my organization salaries. Am I correct or not? So in my organization, we have departments like admin and sales and production. At the same time, we have department IT. We have these four departments in my business. And admin department, we will pay salary is 2 lakhs. And when it comes to sales department, we will pay salaries same amount 2 lakhs. Production department also we will pay 2 lakhs. And in IT department is also we can pay 2 lakhs. Please try to understand what is the importance of controlling module in SAP. See, in finance module point of view, I will pay salaries 8 lakhs in a month in my business. Okay, but where it comes to controlling point of view, I will pay same salary 8 lakhs, and here I will be treated as admin is one of my cost center. Admin salaries I can put as admin salaries one of cost center, and sales department salaries is one more cost center. At the same time, in production department salaries I will be treated as one more cost center. Finally, IT department salaries is also treated as one cost center. So here I will be maintain my cost center is in this case A, and here I will be put as B, and here I will be put as C, and here I will be put as D. So it means in my organization, whatever expenses I will pay to my employees as per controlling point of view. In finance module, we can get it. We can post these values this way only, and that too here what entry I will get in this place?
Salary account data to bank account.
Salaries account that are to bank account. So salaries account is debit and bank account is credit with amount of 8 lakhs. That's it. That is reporting in finance module point of view. But where it comes to controlling point of view, so these 8 lakh salary, I will be maintain one cost center group. So this is my salaries cost center group. So within this group, I will be treated into these 4 departments. I will be splitting admin, sales, production, and IT. So it means each department, each cost center, I will be noted as 2 lakhs, 2 lakhs, 2 lakhs. So in this area, for example, if I want to deduct some salaries as per controlling point of view, see, for example, in sales department, I have 8 representatives, 8 sales representatives, 8 sales representatives. You know sales representatives, right? Ma, what do you mean by sales representatives? I think we knows, right? Marketing executives. We have 8 sales representatives. These are all covers the 8 areas. 8 areas. Okay. So it means we have 8 sales representatives. At the same time, these 8 sales representatives covers the 8 areas. For example, if I want to control my cost, especially from salaries point of view in controlling module, so then I will be removing 8 sales representatives. Within that 8 sales representatives, I will be remove 4 sales representatives, and I will be continue with only 4 the remaining 4 representatives only. But the thing is, these 4 representatives they will cover 8 areas. So it means I observed one point, like we have 8 areas, we have 8 sales representatives, but the thing is 8 sales representatives don't have that much of work, right? They spend very ideal time. If they spend ideal time, it means they didn't work properly. Then this 2 lakhs amount, whatever I paid to sales representative, that is not cost effective planning, right? So then I will remove 4 sales representatives and I will continue with the remaining 4. And this remaining 4 representatives, they will try to cover the total 8 areas. Now the 4 sales representative have full fledged work. So in this case, my salaries, I will be deducted into 1 lakh. Am I correct or not? Am I correct or not? So earlier my sales department salaries is how much? 2 lakhs. Now I will remove 4 sales representative, and again now my salaries for sales department is 1 lakh, and here what is my total salaries here I will pay?
7 lakhs.
So this is the cost planning in controlling module point of view. So it means by using controlling module, we can consider each and every item, each and every expenses item, we can treat it as a cost center. Within that cost center, we can take the managerial decisions in deeply. Why? Because I observed, see, in finance point of view, there is no chance 8 lakh salary I will be paid to my salary, my employees. There is no other alternative in finance module point of view. There is no reduction, there is no cost cutting in finance module. But where it comes to controlling module, if you observing this area, like there is a there is a one loophole in this area. Our sales representatives are not working, or they have so many ideal time. So then I will be removing 4 and I will be continue with 4 and I will be deduct my 1 lakh salaries. So it means here I am saving 1 lakh amount in the part of salaries point. Am I correct or not? So this is the main importance why we maintain controlling module in SAP. I will tell this is the one example. But when it comes to in real time, we have to take all the cost center items, all the expenses, whatever we are spending. So within that, we are deeply move on into each and everything. And finally, we can control our cost. And finally, again, we will go to profit. See here, 1 lakh is I'm saving in cost point of view. It means in this case, my profit is increased or not. So it means controlling module helps to get the profits and especially help to take effective managerial decisions. Yesterday, that point only we explained very clearly. What is the need of controlling module? Especially controlling module we can use for internal reporting purpose, and that too by using this controlling module, the managers will take managerial decisions. See, for example, this is my internal reporting. Out of 8 lakhs, I will be splitting into 2. And where it comes to sales department, I found one area where we can control the cost, where we can cutting the cost. So that is the importance of controlling module. I will explain very one simple example, but where it comes to in real time, while we are working with real time, these scenarios we will get hundreds of hundreds. And that too, this and all taken care by the our CMA cost and management accountant consultants, uh, CMA experts. They're always working in this area only. Okay, and the next thing is, and the next thing is here you can see SAP controlling module helps to improve management across the financial spectrum by planning and analyzing costs to deliver reports that influence the decision making. Is it correct or not? So we saw just now this example because of this point only. How it will helps? You have to understand in practical way. Don't understand in theoretical way. If you understand in practical way, then you will get some more additional knowledge. Right? In your interviewer, they are asking what is the necessity to maintain controlling module in SAP? They are asking this way only. So then you can tell this example, and with this help of this scenario, then the interviewer knows, you knows very well. That's it. Okay. And almost every SAP ERP financial accounting and logistic process ends with a controlling document. Hence, the controller has to understand the value flow. He should also be able to realize errors early and correct them on time. This is also very, very important point. Here it is mentioning almost every SAP ERP financial accounting and logistic process ends with controlling document. This is the very, very important. It means if you consider any one finance, ERP, financial accounting and logistics ends with the one controlling ends with a one controlling document. It means yesterday already I told you, especially there is a integration between FI and MM. Logistic is nothing but MM module, right? Material management. There is a integration between FI and MM. At the same time, there is a integration between MM and CO. MM and CO also we need to integrate. Why? Because in CO, what we can capture? We can capture the cost, right? In MM module, they will purchase some raw materials from our vendor. Is it cost to the company or not?
Yes, sir. Cost.
Emma. See, basically, please try to understand what is the necessity to integrate with MM and CO module, or what is the necessity to integrate with FI and CO module. See, మీరు ఎప్పుడు కూడా ఏం చేస్తారంటే ఇంటర్వ్యూ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ వ్యూలో ఇంటర్వ్యూర్ అడిగేది మీ దగ్గర నుంచి ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేసేది కూడా అదే అడుగుతారు. వాడు ఫస్ట్ క్వశ్చన్ అడుగుతారు, వాట్ ఈస్ ద నెసెసిటీ టు ఇంటిగ్రేట్ విత్ FI MM అని అడుగుతాడు. టెల్ మీ అబౌట్ FI MM ఇంటిగ్రేషన్ అని అడగడు తెలివైనవాడు అయితే. వాట్ ఈస్ ద నెసెసిటీ, వై అని అడుగుతాడు. అర్థమవుతుందా? దానికి ఆన్సర్ చెప్పాలి మీరు. అండ్ వాట్ ఈస్ ద నెసెసిటీ టు ఇంటిగ్రేట్ విత్ FI అండ్ MM, అక్కడ కూడా వై అని అడుగుతాడు మిమ్మల్ని ఎప్పుడు కూడా. సో దానికి ఆన్సర్ తెలిసి ఉండాలి ఫస్ట్. దాని తర్వాత నీకు ప్రాసెస్. FIMM అంటే పర్చేజ్ రిక్వజిషన్, పర్చేజ్ ఆర్డర్, గూడ్స్ రిసిప్ట్, ఇన్వాయిస్ రిసిప్ట్, పేమెంట్ టు వెండర్, అండ్ ఫైనల్లీ BRS. ద ఎంట్రీస్ విల్ బి చెప్పాలి. ఇన్వెంటరీ అకౌంట్ అటార్ టు GRIR అకౌంట్, GRIR అకౌంట్ అటార్ టు vendor account, vendor account atar to bank account, or bank place lo check deposit, finally check deposit to main bank account. See, they are not asking the flow. Before asking flow, they are asking what is the necessity. So the thing is here in this case, if you observe in this point, especially logistics and controlling and finance, three are integrated. Why? What is the necessity? Even yesterday also I told you very clearly, if you are posting FB60, we can maintain one cost center. So it means whatever we are purchasing the raw materials value, those raw materials values will automatically goes to one particular cost center. See, if we are purchasing raw materials to vendor, from vendor, is it cost to the company or not? రా మెటీరియల్స్ మనం పర్చేజ్ చేస్తున్నామంటే అది కాస్టే కదా కంపెనీకి. సో ఆ కాస్ట్ ని మనం ఎక్కడ రికార్డ్ చేయాలి? కంట్రోలింగ్ లో రికార్డ్ చేయాలి. కంట్రోలింగ్ లో కాస్ట్ ని ఎలా రికార్డ్ చేస్తాము? విత్ ద హెల్ప్ ఆఫ్ కాస్ట్ సెంటర్. With the help of cost center. Cost center is nothing but a center represents the cost. ఇందాక మీకు ఎగ్జాంపుల్లో కూడా అదే కదా చెప్పింది. హియర్ ఇన్ మై salaries I have 4 types. In my case here you can see my total salaries is 8 lakhs. This 8 lakhs I will be treated as one cost center group. Within this cost center group I will be maintain 4 cost centers A, B, C, D. So it means these 2 lakhs in controlling point of view, this is the cost to the company. And where it comes to finance point of view, these 8 lakhs is what? This 8 lakhs is what in finance point of view? No? Chappali, online members.
Expense.
Very good. In finance point of view, that is the expense. See, confuse avvaddandi. Finance is a expense. Cost accounting point of view, it is a cost. That's it. Rendu akate. రెండు ఏమి వేరు వేరు కాదు. కాకపోతే we will be reporting for external purpose, it is a expense, and we will be reporting for internal purpose, we treated as a cost to the company. సో అదే నేను మీకు చెప్పేది, while we are purchasing any raw material from our vendor, it is a expense in finance point of view. Am I correct or not? Please try to
Yes.
understand. While we are purchasing any raw materials from our vendor, finance module point of view, external reporting point of view, it is a expenses to the company. Am I correct or not?
Yes,
And
sir. Correct, sir.
where it comes to controlling module point of view, where it comes to controlling module point of view, that is a cost to our organization for internal reporting purpose. Then you have a one question, why we have to maintain these two things? Why we have to maintain in financial accounting and why we have to maintain in controlling module? Already I explained very clearly. This is the example. In finance we cannot control any expenses, but where it comes to controlling, there is a chance. If you plan properly, if you maintain, if you are splitting all these items like this, then you can control your cost. So that is the reason only we maintain controlling module in SAP. And that is the reason only we maintained cost accounting subject in manufacturing entities especially. Is it clear? Emma, still anyone have any doubts? అడుగుతారు అదే మిమ్మల్ని. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ దిస్ క్వశ్చన్ is also you can expect in our interview. So in your interviewer they are asking this question, like for example if I paid salaries to my employees, in finance point of view what is that one అని అడుగుతాడు. మీకు ఏం చెప్పాలని అర్థం కాదు, సింపుల్ ఎక్స్పెన్స్ అంతే. వెర్ ఇట్ కమ్స్ టు కంట్రోలింగ్ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ వ్యూ, వాట్ ఈస్ దట్ అని అడుగుతాడు, కాస్ట్. అండ్ ఇంకో క్వశ్చన్ కూడా అడుగుతారు ట్రిక్కీగా, ఎస్పెషలీ వైల్ ఐఎమ్ పోస్టింగ్ ఎనీ వన్ ట్రాన్సాక్షన్. ఎస్టర్డే కూడా నేను చెప్పా సేమ్, వైల్ ఐఎమ్ పోస్టింగ్ ఎనీ వన్ ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ ఇన్ FB60, రైట్? సో దట్ ఐటమ్, హౌ దట్ ఐటమ్ విల్ కన్సిడర్ ఇన్ controlling module. Yes, simple, that's it. While you are
Okay.
posting FB60, we have to maintain one cost center. So it means the controlling module will automatically pick that value. And the second question is, cost centers and cost elements we need to integrate. బాగా అర్థం చేసుకోవడానికి ట్రై చేయండి. కాస్ట్ ఎలిమెంట్ ఈజ్ డిఫరెంట్, కాస్ట్ సెంటర్ ఈజ్ డిఫరెంట్. am I correct or not? What do you mean by cost element? Yes, cost element is nothing but the primary thing of controlling. Especially we need to maintain overheads, especially we need to record overheads, either it is direct overheads or indirect overheads or expenses or whatever it is, right? And the next thing is cost center. What do you mean by cost center? A center represents some cost, that's it. Cost center is nothing but one center which represents some cost. Salaries is a one cost center, rent is a one cost center, simple. Factory overheads is a one cost center, that's it, right? But within that, for example, here in this case, and even cost center group, what do you mean by cost center group? Simply a group contains some cost centers, that's it. దీనికి ఏమి మనం డెఫినేషన్స్ ఏమి ఒక 2 to 5 మినిట్స్ అలా చెప్పాల్సిన అవసరం ఏం లేదు, సింపుల్. కాస్ట్ సెంటర్ గ్రూప్ అంటే ఏంటి? కాస్ట్ సెంటర్ గ్రూప్లో ఏముంటాయి? సమ్ కాస్ట్ సెంటర్స్ ఉంటాయి, దట్స్ ఇట్. ఏ గ్రూప్ కంటైన్స్ సమ్ కాస్ట్ centers is nothing but cost center group, that's it, right? So the thing is here, that is also very important, these cost centers and cost elements, how we will integrate in SAP. So the answer will be okay, B9. So already yesterday I showed you, even the 2 days before the interviewer asking this question, very important question. Okay, so next, so yesterday we explained very clearly the cost sheet, what is this cost sheet and all. And finally, if you want to get selling price, these are the costs we need to add one by one, like direct material and direct wages and direct expenses, we can get it prime cost. And later we can add works over or factory overheads, finally we can get work cost. And work cost we can add administrative overheads, we can get it cost of production. And within that we can add selling and distribution overheads, finally we can get it selling price. Before that we have opening stock of finished goods, closing stock of finished goods, you can get cost of sales, and later we can add our profit margin, finally you can get the selling price. This concept and all we have already in our graduation in our CA IPCC cost accounting subjects, it's very clearly, this is the very thing. But while we are practicing in CA IPC cost accounting subject, that is not this one, right? So that is too much of things we have here, we need to adjust so many things and all, based on the time also, especially so many adjustments in cost sheet, right? And the next thing is here, this is the complete format, and this is also complete format of cost sheet. Cost sheet represents what? Cost sheet represents what?
Total cost of the products.
Total cost of the product, that's it. Total cost of the product. Next, then we are discussing about what are the components in controlling, what are the submodules in controlling. So in FI, what are the submodules?
GL, AP, AR, asset accounting.
Enterprise structure.
That's it.
Bank account.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So where it comes to GL, especially where it comes to finance, we have submodules like enterprise structure and non-enterprise structure. In non-enterprise structure, like GL, AP, AR, bank accounting and asset accounting. Same concept in controlling also, we have submodules like this: cost element accounting, cost center accounting, internal orders, product costing, profitability analysis, and finally profit center accounting. Now we can discuss each and everything. What is what? Just what is what we can discuss. We cannot discuss in deeply and in briefly. No, that's not possible. Okay. So cost element accounting helps to structure revenues and expenses. It consequently makes them a critical piece of any organization's complete managerial accounting picture. This is the meaning of cost element accounting. Cost element accounting is nothing but a critical piece of any organization's expenses. For example, cost element accounting helps to structure revenues and expenses. It means in cost element accounting, we can maintain our expenses and as well as revenues, right? Especially the 11 cost element category, sales revenue, right? Yeah, that's it. Cost elements we are linked to one cost center. That's it. Cost centers we are linked to one cost center group. That's it. Yeah, we can assign. No, one cost element have one cost center, and one cost center have multiple cost elements. That's it. But one cost element don't have 2, 3 cost centers and all. No. Cost center. No. Cost element. Sales revenue is the profit center. Yeah, profit center. But before profit center also we have one cost element. See, cost element అంటే ఏంటండి ఓ చిన్న పీస్ అండి. ఇప్పుడు ఎక్స్పెన్సెస్ ఉన్నాయి, మనకు రెంట్ ఉంది, సాలరీస్ ఉన్నాయి, ఆర్ వాట్ ఎవర్ ఇట్ ఈస్. దీస్ ఆర్ ఆల్ ద స్మాల్ పీసెస్, స్మాల్ ఐటమ్స్, రైట్? దోస్ ఆర్ ఆల్ వీఆర్ కాల్డ్ ఎస్ కాస్ట్ ఎలిమెంట్స్. దట్స్ ఇట్. కాస్ట్ ఎలిమెంట్ నేను అనేది. అండ్ దీస్ కాస్ట్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ వీఆర్ లింక్డ్ టు కాస్ట్ సెంటర్. That's it. And cost centers we are linked to cost center groups. Cost center group. Cost center groups we are connected to controlling area. Controlling area. And controlling area we can connect it to operating concern. That's it. So flow అర్థం చేసుకోలేకపోతున్నారు. Controlling it's very easy. Okay. Next. The cost elements are the foundation of cost element accounting, the controlling subcomponent that acts as the basis of all others. Although the cost element accounting does not offer much functionality, still we must implement it and for organization to use all the other controlling submodules or whatever it is. Simply it is displays revenues and expenses in controlling. That's it. That is more than enough. Cost elements represents revenues and expenses in controlling. That's it. Cost element is nothing but cost element represents revenues and expenses in controlling module. That's it. If you tell this answer also is fine. Next, what do you mean by cost accounting? Cost accounting we knows very well. Like cost accounting is the area of cost accounting where you track. This is the important, where you track and structure the cost incurred during a settlement period. So it means if you consider any one period, especially 1 month or 1 week or 2 or 1 year or whatever it is. So within that 1 month, you can track how much of cost incurred for this particular item. Yes, we can track, right? At the same time, therefore, it is not an accounting system as such, but rather than detailed recording of cost that forms basis of cost accounting. ఆ పాయింట్ మనం చెప్పింది, this is not the accounting system, but the thing is we can maintain detailed recording of costs. So ఇందాక మనం ఫైనాన్స్ లో ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చెప్పాం. ఫైనాన్స్ సింప్లీ ద సాలరీస్ విల్ బి 8 lakhs. That's it. But when it comes to controlling, we can split into 4 cost centers and we are split into total amounts and we have to try to catch one point and we can reduce our costs, right? So this point only we will be explained very clearly in this area. Okay. And the next one is the specialty of cost elements in SAP controlling. So we don't need to enter cost data separately in an integrated accounting system like SAP. This is because each business transaction involves cost updates in component with detailed information of cost element and account assignment object itself. So this is also very, very important. Where it comes to SAP, SAP is a ERP software. So in this SAP, you cannot create separate cost data in controlling module. No, we don't want. Why? Because in finance module itself, we can create cost element. Whatever transactions running in finance, those transactions is automatically captured in controlling. ఆ పాయింటే కదా ఇప్పటిదాకా మనం చెప్పుకుంది, అదే థియరీలో చెప్పారు. Consequently, each consumption transaction in flows directly through the general ledger account cost element to the corresponding account assignment object. So it means if you take one material management module, so then this material management module we are linked to general ledger accounting, and this general ledger accounting, whatever we maintain within that cost element, we can corresponding account assignment object. This is the very, very important account assignment object. The T code will be OKB9. See, for example, if I want to show you this which system. Yeah. See, for example, if I go to OKB9 transaction code. See, for example, if I go to this, here you can see what is this area. Please read this one.
Default account assignment.
Those point only we explained right now, right? Account
Yes.
assignment. So in your interview, this question also you can expect account assignment object where you configure in controlling. Okay, Binan, what is this importance of account assignment object in controlling? The thing is, in this area, these are the cost elements, right? This is my cost element. Cost element is nothing but cost element is nothing but GL account. Emma, so please try to understand the concept అండి. మనం జిఎల్ని, సిఓని, ఎంఎంని ఎలా లింక్ చేస్తున్నాం? ఇక్కడే ఉంది ఆన్సర్. సి మనం ఒక జిఎల్లో ఒక జిఎల్ అకౌంట్ క్రియేట్ చేస్తున్నాం. ఎలా క్రియేట్ చేస్తున్నాము? FS00లో క్రియేట్ చేస్తున్నాం. FS00లో మీరు జిఎల్ అకౌంట్ క్రియేట్ చేసేటప్పుడు ఇక్కడ మీరు ప్రైమరీ కాస్ట్ ఎలిమెంటా, సెకండరీ కాస్ట్ ఎలిమెంటా సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకుంటున్నారు. బాగా గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. సో ఇక్కడ గినక ఈ 2 ఆప్షన్స్ మీరు సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకున్నారు అంటే దీస్ 2 అకౌంట్స్, GL accounts represents automatically controlling module. Am I correct or not? Right? But this is the GL accounts in finance point of view. But where it comes to controlling point of view, these we are called as cost elements. Please try to understand. In finance point of view, we are called this area, this is my GL account. But where it comes to controlling point of view, whatever we maintained this GL account in controlling point of view, what is this word?
Cost element.
Please try to understand. In controlling point of view, we are called as cost element. But the thing is, both are same. GL account and cost element both are same. But we are called as different name in finance module and as well as in controlling module. In finance module, we are called as GL account. Where it comes to control module, we are called as cost element. That's it. And cost element, where you can create in SAP S4HANA system. Cost element, where we can create. ఎక్కడ మనం క్రియేట్ చేస్తున్నాం?
00.
FS00. FS00లోనే క్రియేట్ చేస్తున్నాం. ఎందుకు అంత థింక్ చేస్తున్నారు? FS00లోనే see for example, in FS00 itself only you can create. So it means finance module and control module is automatically integrated or not?
Yes, sir.
Integrated, that's it. Whatever you maintained in finance module, those values is automatically captured in controlling module. There is no need to maintain again in controlling module. Controlling module లో మళ్ళీ మనం మెయింటైన్ చేయాల్సిన అవసరం ఉందా? లేదు. సో నెక్స్ట్ క్వశ్చన్. యా. ఎస్ అవి నేను ఏఆర్ మాడ్యూల్ వచ్చినప్పుడు చెప్తానండి, ఏం కంగారు లేదు. ఏఆర్ మాడ్యూల్లో వచ్చినప్పుడు నేను సేల్స్ జిఎల్ అకౌంట్ని ప్రైమరీ కాస్ట్ ఎలిమెంట్ కేటగిరీ రెవెన్యూస్ లో తీసుకుంటాను. అప్పుడు మీకు అర్థం అవుతుంది ఎలా వస్తున్నాయి ఎంట్రీస్ ఏంటి అనేది. సరే సెకండరీ దాంట్లో తీసుకో, ఈసారి ప్రైమరీ కాస్ట్ ఎలిమెంట్ లో చూపించుకుంటా. నెక్స్ట్ ఇక్కడ చూడండి, హౌ వీ విల్ ఇంటిగ్రేట్ దిస్ కాస్ట్ ఎలిమెంట్. ద నెక్స్ట్ క్వశ్చన్ ఈస్, దిస్ ఈస్ వెరీ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. హౌ వీ కెన్ కనెక్ట్ అవర్ కాస్ట్ ఎలిమెంట్ టు కాస్ట్ సెంటర్ అండ్ ప్రాఫిట్ సెంటర్? దట్ ఈస్ మై నెక్స్ట్ క్వశ్చన్. And what is the account assignment object in controlling, and how we were mapping account assignment object in controlling, and what is the use of OKB9 transaction code? These are all questions. The answer will be this screen only. I received n number of incidents regarding this settings. Daily in my support project, I received n number of incidents. Even I think last batch or earlier batch also I showed you very clearly. OKB9 we are doing with the help of LSMW. We maintained, I think, 600 entries, I think, right? So those and all we maintained in my real-time project also. See, for example, this area, then if I want to go to in this area, then for this cost element, it means in finance point of view, what is this? Finance point of
GL
view,
account.
GL
GL
account. This GL account,
GL
I can link, I can connect it to my profit center and cost center, and I can connect to my internal order also. This is the area. How we will do general account assignment in this place. Here you can see account assignments. This is the very very important point in SAP as for on a controlling point of view especially. Okay, please try to remember, and this question you can expect. They are asking the link, how these are all is linked in system. Next, similar is the case with billing in SAP SD, an external transaction for invoice verification. Same. See, for example, in this area, we have cost centers and profit centers, right? Profit center and cost center, right? Cost center at the time of invoice posting, FB60, and profit center at the time of sales invoice in FB70. So both we can map for this cost element in this screen. Okay. So next.
Tell one more time. I didn't understand.
See, in yesterday class, I explained very clearly, Andy. While you are posting any one purchase invoice in FB60, we maintain one cost center. Otherwise, I will show you, no problem. Already we have screen, right? In FB60, if I want to post one purchase invoice in FB60, if you observe in this area, line item area,
Yeah,
so in
we can.
line item, we maintain one cost center, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this cost center, and where it comes to FB70, this cost center, how we can link to this GL account. For example, if I maintain one cost center in this area, this cost center, the corresponding GL account, how the system will trigger. That is the question in our interview.
Okay.
In earlier, the last 2 days back interview, this question also they are asking to me. So I said, right, in OKB9, we are automatically mapping cost elements to cost center and profit center. This is the answer. This is the question. The interviewer asking this way. In FB60, while I'm posting one transaction, I maintain one cost center. Next, the interviewer is asking, but the system, how the system knows the corresponding GL account for this particular cost center? That is the question. In OKB9, I maintain this corresponding cost center GL account in this screen. Whatever I showed you. This is my corresponding cost element, and this is my corresponding GL account. That's it. In this area, I maintain my cost center. That's it. Okay. It's very easy, but please try to remember and please try to understand. Okay. అర్థం అవ్వలేదంటే లైట్ తీసుకోండి. Next. So next, this is also very very important question. Usually, what is the difference between primary cost element and secondary cost element? Primary cost element is nothing but corresponding GL account exists in finance accounting. And when it comes to secondary cost element, we don't have any corresponding GL account in finance. Just we can maintain internal reporting purpose, especially for controlling module. That is the difference between primary cost element and secondary cost element. This question also I received the earlier interview. So here you can see we can create and administrate the secondary cost elements only in cost accounting, only in only in cost accounting. It means secondary cost elements we created only in cost accounting. We cannot create in finance. Primary cost elements we can maintain in both finance and as well as CO. But where it comes to secondary cost element, we maintain only CO.
CO.
And they portray internal value flows such those found in internal activity allocation, overhead calculation, and settlement transactions. And these are the examples of secondary cost elements like assessment of cost elements, distribution of cost elements, or order settlements, or our internal activity allocation, whatever it is. And here in SAP S4 HANA, now secondary cost elements are part of the chart of accounts. We can also merge the secondary cost element with GL master. This is the main difference between SAP ECC to SAP S4 HANA. See what we mentioned in earlier, secondary cost elements we are created for only controlling purpose only in ECC module. But where it comes to SAP S4 HANA, this is also we can merge with the GL master. Why? Because there is no separate transaction code to maintain, to create secondary cost element in controlling in SAP S4 HANA. No, there is no T code. If you want to create secondary cost element also within this GL account only, we can create. For example, if I go to, already I showed you and so many times. See in this place, AYAN time. So if I want to create 400301, see if I select the secondary cost here, you can see it means secondary cost elements also in SAP S4 HANA we can create in GL master only. In earlier ECC there is a different screen. ECC primary cost element we can create, secondary cost element we can create in controlling module. But where it comes to SAP S4 HANA, whatever primary cost, that's the reason only here these two are added and these two are added, that's the reason only. Then question is why? That's disturbance first. Then my question is why? Why in SAP S4 HANA they are added primary cost and secondary cost in GL creation itself? Can anyone tell this answer?
అంటే ఇది కంట్రోలింగ్ కి ట్రిగ్గర్ అవుతుంది కదా సార్ ఆటోమేటిక్ గా.
అవునమ్మా, ఇన్ కంట్రోలింగ్ మాడ్యూల్లో కూడా మనం చేసుకోవచ్చు కదా.
To integrate FI and CO.
To integrate FI and CO directly, that's it. Earlier ECC we have one step, FI CO integration. Can anyone knows that step?
What, sir? Really?
ECC we have some configuration, FI to CO integration. What is that step? In ECC లో FI CO integration ఎలా చేశారండి? ప్రాక్టీస్ చేశారా చేయలేదా? ఎక్కడ? ECC లోనా? ECC ఎవరన్నా ప్రాక్టీస్ చేశారా చేయలేదమ్మా? ఫస్ట్ అది చెప్పండి నాకు క్లియర్ గా.
చేసినాం సార్.
చేసినప్పుడు మీకు FI CO ఇంటిగ్రేషన్ స్టెప్ ఎలా చేశారు? ఫ్యాకల్టీ మీరే కదా సార్, మీరే చెప్పుకోండి అంటారా?
లేదు సార్.
ఆ స్టెప్ చెప్పలేదు సార్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ వాళ్ళు కూడా.
అదేంటమ్మా ఆ స్టెప్ చెప్పకుండా ఎలా లింక్ అయ్యింది?
అంటే FI సెపరేట్ గా కంట్రోలింగ్ సెపరేట్ గా చెప్తారు, రెండింటిని ఇంటిగ్రేట్ చేసే స్టెప్ చెప్పలేదు.
అయితే అసలు కంట్రోలింగ్ స్టార్ట్ కూడా చేయలేదు సార్, FI ఒక్కటే.
వెరీ గుడ్. సో యు ఆర్ ద ప్యూర్ SAP కన్సల్టెంట్స్ అయితే, ప్యూర్ ఫైనాన్స్ కన్సల్టెంట్. Okay. See, for example, no problem, we can discuss OKKP in CO and Okay, KP.
Yeah, in OKKP we can create
Yeah, in OKKP we can integrate our finance to CO only.
yeah, cost center as computer code.
Yes. And OKKS. My controlling area is OX19. What is this T code? So, especially in ECC, earlier we integrated with the help of OKKP. OKKP.
సార్ ఓకేకేపీ టీ కోడ్ చెప్పిండు కానీ అది దానికి ఎఫ్ఐకి సిఓకి ఇంటిగ్రేషన్ అని చెప్పలేదు సార్.
Okay.
అంటే
So,
ఓన్లీ
in earlier, yeah. In earlier, by using OKKP screen ECC, we can integrate our finance module to CO. And when it comes to SAP S4HANA, we don't want to use OKKP. Instead of that, even in OX19 itself, we are integrated finance module with controlling. And that too, in earlier, in ECC, we maintained some primary cost elements or some corresponding GLs accounts in finance. And again, in controlling, we can maintain primary cost elements, secondary cost elements separately. Later, we can connect these two. It means we need to reconcile these two. But in SAP S4HANA, we cannot create separately. We can create one place only. That's it. It means there is no reconciliation required. There is no integration required. That's it. So that is the main difference between ECC to SAP S4HANA. Same concept will be applicable in business partner concept also. See, in earlier customers we maintained separately in ECC. Vendor we can maintain separately in ECC, and business partner we can maintain separately in ECC. Right? But in SAP S4HANA, first we can maintain business partner. Within that business partner, you can create customers and vendors. It means there is no need to connect these two into one place. One place only we created in SAP S4HANA Finance. That is the huge difference. And because of that one only, there is a huge much of reduction of reconciliation of so many accounts in SAP S4HANA. ECC నుంచి వద్దని SAP S4HANA ఎందుకు వచ్చారు? The reason is this one only, right? In ECC, we have lot of reconciliations. We maintain separately in one module, we maintain separately in another module, and we maintain separately in third module, and then we need to connect these three modules. But the thing is, we can connect, no problem. But the thing is, out of these three modules, any one modules change the master data, it is not reflected in this connection point. That's the reason only we are getting n number of issues in ECC, especially in reconciliation point of view. అర్థం అవ్వలేదు. ఆన్లైన్ మెంబర్స్ అర్థమైందండి నేను ఏం పాయింట్ చెప్పాను అనేది?
Yes, sir.
సో నేను చూపిస్తాను చూడండి. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ మనకి we know SD మాడ్యూల్. SD మాడ్యూల్ తెలుసా? MM మాడ్యూల్ తెలుసా? FSCM మాడ్యూల్. 3 మాడ్యూల్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ECC గురించి మాట్లాడుకుందాం ఫస్ట్. వెరీ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ అండి. ఇంటర్వ్యూలో మీరు స్ట్రక్ అయ్యేది, ఇంటర్వ్యూలో మీరు సక్సెస్ అవ్వడానికి మెయిన్ రీజన్ ఇదే. ఏంటి అంటే కాన్సెప్ట్ అర్థం చేసుకోవడానికి ట్రై చేయండి అంతే. ఇప్పుడు ఈసీసీలో నేను ఎస్డిలో నేను ఏం చేస్తున్నానంటే కస్టమర్ మాస్టర్ని మెయింటైన్ చేస్తున్నా. కస్టమర్ మాస్టర్ డేటాని మెయింటైన్ చేస్తున్నా. ఎంఎంలో ఏం చేస్తున్నా? మెటీరియల్ మాస్టర్ని మెయింటైన్ చేస్తున్నా. మెటీరియల్ మాస్టర్ డేటాని మెయింటైన్ చేస్తున్నా. లేకపోతే వెండర్ మాస్టర్ డేటా. మెటీరియల్ జోలు ఎందుకులేండి, వెండర్కి పోదాం. వెండర్ మాస్టర్ డేటాని మెయింటైన్ చేస్తున్నా. ఎఫ్ఎస్సిఎం మాడ్యూల్లో ఏం చేస్తున్నా? బిజినెస్ పార్ట్నర్ని మెయింటైన్ చేస్తున్నా ఇన్ ఏసీసీ. I maintained 3 components with 3 different areas. But the thing is, these 3 are interlinked. These 3 are interlinked. And in FSCM module, especially in FSCM module. Why we are using this FSCM module? Financial supply chain management. So in this module, we can pay to the vendors. In this module, we can see, and how much of amount we can receive from customers, we can see in this module, FSCM. So when we want to do any changes in master data levels of any of this module, there is a problem in reconciliation. It means if you change any one of these master data in these two areas, the business partner master data is not changed automatically. Why? Because these three is the individual components in ECC. In master data, I will change X instead of Y. Anukundam. This is not reflected in FSCM business partner module automatically. Again, here also you can maintain X instead of Y. Then only it is reflected in business partner FSCM module. But the thing is, there is a misconnection between FSCM module and SD module. That's the reason only you are getting n number of issues in ECC. So to close this, all the reconciliation issues, the SAP comes with one beauty solution in SAP S4HANA. That is business partner you can maintain centrally. Within this business partner only you can maintain customer master data, vendor master data, or employee master data, or whatever it is. It means if you want to change any one customer master data, first you can change in this area only, business partner area only. So it means automatically these three are interlinked, right? So like this is the main difference between ECC to SAP S4HANA, especially reconciliation point of view. Same concept will be applicable in controlling also. Earlier we maintained separately controlling, separately finance. Now we don't want to maintain separately. See, separate గా మెయింటైన్ చేస్తే ప్రాబ్లం ఏమవుద్దంటే రెండు కనెక్ట్ చేసినప్పుడు ప్రాబ్లం అవుద్దండి. అది నేను చెప్పేది మీకు అర్థమవుతుంది పాయింట్. కనెక్షన్ అప్పుడు ప్రాబ్లం, కనెక్షన్ అంటే రీకన్సిలేషన్, ఇంటిగ్రేషన్ అప్పుడు ప్రాబ్లం మనకి. అదే ఒకటే మెయింటైన్ చేశారు అనుకోండి, ఇక మీకు ప్రాబ్లం ఏముంది? ఆ పాయింటే నేను ఇక్కడ చెప్పేది మీకు. ఓకే, సో నెక్స్ట్ సో నెక్స్ట్ పాయింట్ ఈస్ కాస్ట్ సెంటర్ అకౌంటింగ్. Cost center accounting is the SAP reflects the organizational structure of a company and displays the areas of responsibility. It is truly important because it defines the basis of other modules and overhead reporting. Especially, cost center is one of the cost object in cost of production calculation. Cost center is the one of the cost object in cost of production calculation. Cost of production మీరు calculate చేయాలి అంటే each and every cost center you need to consider. That's it. Rent, one cost center. Salaries, one cost center. Like this. Manufacturing expenses, one cost center. ఈ కాస్ట్ సెంటర్స్ అన్నిటిని మీరు యాడ్ చేస్తే మీకు ఏమొస్తుంది? ఫైనల్లీ కాస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ప్రొడక్షన్ వస్తుంది. దట్స్ ఇట్. నెక్స్ట్, cost controlling, we use cost center accounting for controlling purpose within the organization. The costs incurred by the organization should be transparent. కాస్ట్ సెంటర్ మనం ఎందుకు యూజ్ చేస్తాము? నేను అదే మీకు చెప్పింది ఎర్లియర్. ఒక ఎగ్జాంపుల్ తీసుకొని అందుకనే నేను చెప్పింది. మన శాలరీస్ 8 lakhs అయితే then how we can control that 8 lakh salaries? By using cost center concept. We are splitting into ABCD and we can find the loophole in C and we can reduct our cost. That's it, right? And next, what do you mean by internal order? My cost element accounting is over. Cost center accounting is over. Now we are moving to internal order. See, internal order is nothing but it represents the projects. It comparison to cost center. These are the comparatively limited. So basically, internal orders is we can calculate the cost based on the project. Especially while we are working with the top MNC companies, we have one research and development team, every company. And that research and development team expenses, we can splitting those amounts into projects wise. That's the purpose only we are using internal order in controlling. So those points only here. Internal orders don't reflect the organizational structure. Instead, they represent a variety of projects like research and development projects, exhibition events, or our SAP implementation project cost. These are all the different things in internal orders. Okay. And next, we have different types of internal orders. We can leave it right now. And we have different things also: budget profile, settlement profile, planning profile, object class, or whatever it is. And later we can discuss about product costing. What do you mean by product costing? Already we tell so many times. Product costing is the core module that creates cost estimates, and it relies on the correct setup of master data in logistics. Since the cost estimates help plan and analyze cost and their different components. Product costing is nothing but the cost sheet. How we will calculate cost of production. That's it. Right. So మరి ప్రొడక్ట్ కాస్టింగ్ చేయడం వల్ల మీకేమవుతుంది కంట్రోలింగ్ లో అంటే యూ కెన్ కంట్రోల్ ద కాస్ట్. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, ఈస్ దేర్ ఎనీ సమ్ ఏరియా టు ఇంప్రూవ్ ద కాస్ట్ రిడక్షన్? సో దెన్ వీ కెన్ ఫైండ్ దట్ ఏరియా అండ్ యూ కెన్ వీ కెన్ గెట్ ఇట్ కాస్ట్ రిడక్షన్. So it means we are improving our planning, especially by the use of product costing. And product costing is very subject, very lengthy subject. Okay, already I told you earlier yesterday also. If you want to learn product costing, yes, you can learn separately. Within finance, that is not possible. Why? Because product costing is the 3 times of our entire finance module. Yesterday already I told you. Okay. Next, the last topic is profitability analysis. So this means that each customer structures profitability analysis according to their specific needs. So this is the profitability analysis. So it means if you received any profit in this area for particular product, so you need to analyze that profit. How we will receive this much of profit for this product, and what are the areas we improved by comparing with to last year to this year. Even profit is also we can analyze and in real time. Is it necessary? Is it necessary or not? అమ్మా ప్రాఫిట్స్ ని మనం అనలైజ్ చేసుకోవాలా వద్దా? చేసుకోవాలి. ఎందుకంటే ఫ్యూచర్లో లాస్ వచ్చింది అనుకోండి, లాస్ట్ ఇయర్లో వచ్చిన ప్రాఫిటబిలిటీ అనాలిసిస్ ని బేస్ చేసుకొని నెక్స్ట్ ఇయర్లో మనకి ప్రాఫిట్ పెరిగిందా తగ్గిందా వీ కెన్ ఎస్టిమేట్. రైట్. Those are all things will be handled in COPA module, controlling profitability analysis. This is also very huge module. Okay, we don't want to learn in detail in COPA. That's not possible. Just we should know what is what. That's it. What is product costing, what is COPA, and what is cost element, and what is cost center, and what is internal orders. Okay. From tomorrow onwards, we can go with configuration part. So from this area, maintaining controlling area and all. Okay. So tomorrow onwards we can go with our configuration part. Okay. Please try to understand what is the necessity of controlling module in SAP, and what are the sub modules in controlling, and what do you mean by operating concern, and what do you mean by controlling area. And controlling area is the how many controlling areas we can maintain in group, and within that controlling area how many company codes we can assign, and what is that basic condition. It means same operative chart of accounts is required. And later, what is the necessity to maintain the controlling module, how we will control the cost by using cost controlling module in SAP. If you knows these are all things, then you will be fine. Okay. From tomorrow onwards we can discuss the configuration part, which is related to controlling, basic controlling settings. See, the thing is, before post our general entries, first of all we can make some settings in controlling point of view. You can activate controlling area, and you can tell to the system like what is our cost center or cost center standard hierarchy, those things and all. And we can maintain some number ranges for document number ranges for controlling module. It means while we are posting finance module entries, the controlling module will automatically post the controlling entries. Already I told you we don't need to post finance module once and again controlling module second time. No. Why? Because finance and controlling both are same, both are linked, both are integrated. while we are creating GL master data itself only, we are linked to controlling module, right? These are all things will be we are discussing tomorrow. What is the need of settings and all, and what is the importance and all. Tomorrow I will tell you very briefly. So did you understand class today, Maitri and the remaining members? మా క్లాస్ అర్థమైందా?
సార్
ఓకే. అండ్ అస్లీఫ్?
Yes, sir.
ఓకే.
Hana, the previous class in notes is
యా షూర్. డైలీ నేను మెటీరియల్ చేద్దాం అనుకుంటున్నాను, బట్ టైం లేదండి. బట్ ఇస్తాను నేను కంప్లీట్ వాట్ ఎవర్ ఐ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ ఇన్ అవర్ క్లాస్. దీస్ ఆర్ ఆల్ మెటీరియల్స్ ఐ విల్ ప్రొవైడ్ యూ, నో ప్రాబ్లం.
సార్ మొన్న మెటీరియల్ పంపించారు సార్, అది కొంచెం అర్థం కావట్లేదు సార్, ఎన్ని స్టెప్స్.
ఏదమ్మా, ఏం అర్థం కావట్లేదమ్మా నీకు?
అదే సార్ మొన్న ఒక మెటీరియల్ లాగా పంపించారు కదా గ్రూప్ లో, అది
ఏ మెటీరియల్ అండి అది?
మామూలు ఎఫ్ఐ మెటీరియల్ అనుకుంటా.
ఏది మన ప్రాజెక్ట్ మెటీరియల్ అండి?
ప్రాజెక్ట్ కాదండి.